Good morning and welcome to Deep Synth Reports. It's Sunday, 22nd June 2025. If you woke up thinking this was just another summer Monday, think again. Overnight, history slammed on the gas. Donald Trump launched a full-scale military strike on Iran. Not a threat, not a warning shot. We're talking 3 confirmed direct hits on nuclear enrichment sites. This is not a drill.
Yeah, and this changes everything. The world just got a lot louder, a lot tenser, and way more unpredictable. In the next 20 minutes, we're going to break it all down for you. What Trump hit, why he did it, how Iran, Russia, China, and the EU are reacting, and whether we've just witnessed the start of a chain reaction that could reshape the global balance of power.
Also, we're cutting through the noise. No speculation, no partisanship, just facts and the sharpest analysis we could synthesize. So if you're wondering what happens next, whether it's economic shockwaves, proxy retaliation, or even a potential re-election gamble, you're in the right place.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it.
Theme sting fades. It started at 3 a.m. Tehran time. 5 U.S. B-2 bombers lifted off from Diego Garcia. Each was armed with a 15-ton GBU-57 bunker buster. These bombs aren't just big, they're designed to pierce through reinforced underground structures. The targets? Natanz, Fordo, and Isfahan, Iran's 3 core nuclear enrichment sites, some of them buried under as much as 70 meters of rock. Now, satellite imagery shows yawning craters where those sites used to be. The destruction is surgical, deliberate, and absolute.
What makes this even more shocking is the speed and silence of the operation. According to U.S. defense sources, the entire strike lasted less than 20 minutes. NSA teams allegedly ran a cyber blindfold on Iranian air defenses, opening just enough of a window to get the job done. No drones, no visible lead-up, no leaks. Tehran woke up to smoking bunkers and a global media storm.
And let's not forget, this wasn't some fringe target. These were sites central to Iran's nuclear program, places that Western powers have been debating, negotiating, and threatening over for decades. And Trump didn't just talk, he hit.
So how is Iran responding? For now, total silence. No retaliatory strikes, no immediate proxy attacks, no defiant press conferences. And that is terrifying in its own right, because when Tehran goes quiet, it's planning. There's a long history of patient, layered Iranian responses, weeks, sometimes months later, and that delayed fuse can be just as deadly as an immediate strike.
Meanwhile, back in Washington, Trump delivered his address to the nation. Stoic, measured, declared that Iran will never wield a nuclear sword. On paper, a national security justification. But let's be honest, it's also deeply political. Just days ago, the administration was in hot water, polls slipping, scandals flaring, and then, boom, quite literally, a distraction with global implications.
And we'd be naive to think timing is accidental. Intelligence leaks suggest Israeli pressure played a major role. Netanyahu's camp reportedly pushed hard for direct action, warning Iran was weeks away from nuclear capability. Add Trump's obsession with outshining Obama's legacy, and you've got a combustible mix of geopolitical tension and personal ambition.
Which brings us to the global chessboard. Let's start with the obvious. Israel is ecstatic. Their military has tried and failed to crack these sites for years. Now the U.S. did it in one night. But make no mistake, Israeli generals are also on alert. Hezbollah has 80,000 rockets aimed straight at Tel Aviv. One false move, and the northern front lights up.
Europe, conflicted. Paris called it reckless. Berlin warned it could derail diplomatic progress for a generation. Yet behind closed doors, many EU leaders are quietly relieved. The nuclear threat just got cut off at the knees. That said, nobody likes being blindsided, and Trump didn't consult NATO or give any kind of heads up. Russia's reaction? Loud condemnation, of course. But let's be real. Putin isn't going to war over this. He needs Iran, yes, but mainly for drones and political leverage. With Iran's military infrastructure hit, Moscow quietly loses a logistics partner in Ukraine. Expect saber-rattling, but no real follow-through.
China, furious. State media called it America's Iraq mistake 2.0. Beijing fears oil volatility and sees this as a destabilizing move. But let's not ignore the subtext. China's generals just saw America use stealth bombers and bunker busters with surgical precision. That message wasn't just for Iran.
Let's talk about the three possible outcomes. Scenario 1. De-escalation. Iran responds with symbolic cyber attacks, Trump declares victory, oil prices stabilize, diplomacy reboots. Optimistic? Maybe, but still possible.
Scenario 2. All-out escalation. Iranian proxies hit U.S. bases, American troops die, Trump retaliates, the Gulf goes up in flames. Hormuz shuts down, oil hits 200, global markets crash. We're in a new war before anyone can say re-election.
Scenario 3. Cold conflict. No open warfare, but ongoing cyber strikes, sabotage, targeted killings. U.S. attention splits between the Middle East and the Pacific, and authoritarian regimes recalibrate. And this one move could cause a dozen others. Meanwhile, back home, Trump's approval ticks up until the first American dies. Gas prices spike, swing voters get nervous, and the same move that looked like strength on Monday might feel like madness by Friday.
Last word, this strike wasn't just about Iran. It was a demonstration, a reminder that the U.S. can still project power fast, hard, and without warning. Every government in the world just updated their red line scenarios.
And every citizen should be watching closely. We'll be tracking responses, markets, military activity, and yes, even social media shifts over the next 72 hours, because this story is far from over.
Rate, subscribe, send us your thoughts. Stay ahead of the noise.
You've been listening to Deep Synth Reports. Listen, learn, lead.
And stay alert.